Okay, this tutorial is going to be about updating the Newsflash rotator, which is this portion of the website. This portion is meant to rotate articles. If there's only one article, it's not going to rotate, which as you can see right now, it's not. But if there's multiple articles, it will rotate this information for you. So what we're going to do is go back into the back end, and I will start from the very beginning so that we won't cause any confusion. So here we are on the landing page, as though we had just logged into the website. I'm going to go again to Content, Article Manager, and you can go to the Article Manager here with this big button. I just have the habit of doing it here. They're the same thing. And right now we are under Site Content, but that's not where we want to be. So again, under our drop-down menu, we have Newborns in Need, which is going to always be selected. And then we are going to select Highlight Slider. The Highlight Slider category are the articles that are going to slide in this portion. So these three, Amber, Highlight 2, and Highlight 3, are currently not published. So you can see here with the red X's, and then Why Newborns in Need is published. What I will do is delete these because we're not using them, and I want to show you how to start from scratch. So now we have only the Why Newborns in Need. What I'm going to do, because there's a little bit of styling inside of this article, is I'm going to copy it instead of starting from scratch. So I'm going to put a check mark next to the article, and then I'm going to, over here on the top right, I'm going to hit copy. And it's going to ask me, where do you want to copy this article? Well, I want to copy it to the highlight slider. So you're going to, under these categories, select Newborns in Need / highlight slider, and it will automatically go into that category. Now we have two separate articles. And if we look at the home page and we refresh, it will most likely rotate for us. And there's the rotation. We can speed the rotation up or slow it down. It all just depends. And the more articles we put in, the more it will rotate. Now these two articles both contain the same information, so that is not what we want. So we're going to go in and edit the second one. Now, the order that these are in are the order that they're going to rotate. So if we want Why is Newborns in Need to be the first one, then we're going to leave that as the first one, and we're going to edit the second one. In this instance, this will not show up in the rotator. It's just going to be the name of the actual article. I have it set to not show up. Instead, this is what is going to show up. And I have that styled as heading 4. Now I know it doesn't look like heading 4 on the front side, and that's okay. But it needs to be heading 4 if you want the text to be this big blue cartoony type text. Okay? So we're going to leave that as heading 4. And just for the sake of creating something new, we will just say this is a test. This is a test for NBIN. Okay? And here we will write, we just want to make sure that the rotator is working. As we seen before, it is. Now, you don't ever want to type and then hit enter if you're trying to stay in a new paragraph. And, you know, what you're going to want to do is just keep typing on the same line until it automatically breaks. Because this box is only so big, the box is going to squish it and make it automatically break for you. Where if you put a break in it, it'll break twice on the front end. So you just keep typing on the same line until you need to start a new paragraph. Okay, so then let's say we want to link this rotator to an existing article, or maybe even something external. Let's say we want to link it to the Newborns in Need national site. So I'm going to find the Newborns in Need national site. Which would most likely be the first one that comes up. Okay, and here it is. I'm going to copy the web address at the very top. And then under the Read More, or the Read More button that I created, I'm going to select it. You see the black box around it. And then over here on the chain link, I'm going to break. This one will break a link that's on there currently, because there's currently a link on there. So I'm going to break it. I'm going to select it again. Now you can see there's no link. And I'm going to select the chain link that's connected. Then I'm going to paste the newbornsinneed.org web address into the link URL. And then because we don't want to navigate away from our page, we want it to open a new window. We're going to go to Open New Window blank. Blank basically is HTML code for open link in new window instead of open link in same window. If we did this, it would actually leave our page or your website to go to the new one, and you never want to do that when you're going to an external page. It's just annoying for the users to have to navigate back if they're still wanting to stay on your page. Okay, so we will click Insert, and we will hit Apply. And that should save it to the front end. I will hit refresh. You always have to hit refresh to see an update. Okay, so there's our first rotator, and just like we said, we wanted to keep Newborns in Need first, and this is a test for NBIN. Let's see if the link works. And it did. It opened in a new page, and it opened the correct page. When you copy an external link, you always want to get the whole thing. HTTP, semicolon, / www, and then whatever it is, the domain name. You want the entire thing. Just to make sure that you get to the right spot. Because sometimes when you take off the www or the HTTP, it could break. So you want to make sure you get the whole thing. Okay? And we will save it. And then because we forgot to rename it, which we want to, just so we know what it is. So we'll copy this text right here, and we'll paste it right here. Now, in every instance, it will automatically fill this box in for you. You don't ever need to fill that box in. When you save it, it'll automatically fill it in with this text the correct way. So if there's something in there and you're starting a new one, or like we're doing this one here, delete whatever's in there out. You don't have to, but it's just better if you do. Well, actually you do. You should just delete it out. And when you're starting a new article, don't worry about filling that portion in. Now watch when we hit apply, it'll automatically fill in. There we go. And what it did was it took the title and it made it all lowercase and put dashes in for the spaces, which is the correct way to create a link for HTML. You never want to use spaces. You never want to use capital letters when you're creating a link. Okay, so now we're going to hit save. And we can see here that we have why Newborns in Need, and this is a test for NBIN. So now we know that under the highlight slider, we have those two articles. Now if I want to see everything on the website, I would go to Select Category. And there you can see all of it. And it shows you the title over here. And then over here it shows you what category it's actually in. And what we're doing by selecting this menu is just minimizing what it is that we're looking at and trying to figure it out. Instead, we're just saying, I only want to see the highlight slider because that's what I'm working on. And there you go.